Hello, hi, and welcome to Political Quickie, your political show that subjectively discusses current affairs in South Africa and all around the world. My name is Mapasika Murwa. Yes! Welcome to season 4. Remember that this season we're doing things a bit differently. We're going to start uploading episodes on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday. This week's episode on Monday did not air because we had some technical issues. And so I want to apologize for that. I'm really, really sorry. Anyways, a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks that we've been gone, and I just want to focus on what's been happening in Bokoni Bophirima, also known as the Northwest. There has been unrest. It all started with the National Education, Health and Allied Workers Union taken to the street, saying that they want to bring attention to the ill health conditions as well as the corruption that thrives in the province. And so the residents then joined in, protesting and saying, you know what, we want Supra Mahumapelo, the premier, to be axed, citing the lack of service delivery in that province. The ANC has taken a knock because of this. They lost Collini in the by-elections. Supra Mahumapelo came out saying, but who said what to whom? That is not a reliable source. We didn't lose Collini because of external forces. We didn't lose it because people want me to, be axed. We actually lost it because of internal factors. Apparently, the selection process of the candidate was tricky, and they only finalized that candidate the day before. And so people apparently didn't like that person, and so that's why they lost Collini, according to Supra Mahumapelo. But then someone can argue and say that, no man, Collini has been having quite a lot of racial issues. You'll remember that last year, a young black boy was beaten up and allegedly thrown off Muvembaki for stealing a sunflower by 2 white men. That was actually the first story we did here on Political Quickie. So, considering the fact that an EFF member is the person who's now leading that ward, you could say that their rhetoric, the narrative, what they're selling is quite relatable with the people of Collini right now. The farm workers and the rural people in that area, they might find that rhetoric very, very personal and relevant to them. So, different factors that could have contributed to that Collini loss. Supra Mahumapelo is quite the politician himself, very interesting. He began his political activism in 1983, where he was recruited by a friend. He has since held very key positions within the ANC and within the government of Bokoni Bophirima. He was the chairperson of the ANC Youth League in that province, as well as the chairperson for the Portfolio Committee on Finance and Economic Development. In 2014, he was elected as the premier of that province, succeeding the now chairperson of the National Council of Provinces, Methandi Modise. He's been quite the controversial politician as well. His Department of Health set aside 180 million rands for a tender that it gave to a Gupta-linked company, Mediosa, for mobile clinic. So very interesting. He also gave former President Jacob Zuma cattle worth about 1.5 million rands. You might say that he's still maybe apologizing for having backed Thabo Mbeki instead of former President Jacob Zuma in 2007 at that ANC elective conference. Yes, so our President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa had to come back from an international trip where he was wooing investors to, do just that, invest in South Africa because of the unrest in Bokoni Bophirima. So it seems that, all the Zuptas are going down. The walls are caving in on them. It seems that the media are waging some sort of political assassination war on them, and the people are just tired and outright protesting that we do not want these people anymore. For the people to do that is absolutely democratic, but for the media to play such center stage, just considering who owns the media in South Africa, I would say that we just be wary Just a little bit. Just be wary. Just a little bit. So, interesting force the media and the people are making, with just doing these zip tabs. Yes! So, let's not forget, I always say, let's not forget, after we deal with this whole Guptas and unrooting all the corruption that we know of, let's go back and question the corruption that was allegedly inherited by the government. Let's not forget that, okay? Yeah. So don't forget, we're now uploading on Monday, on Wednesday, and on a Friday. Yes. I love you guys. My name is Mapa Sekamura. Use your talents to serve humanity, and I will see you on Friday.